August 24th, FightWorld MMA 36, Revel Entertainment Center, and we have a heavyweight main event. Nothing better than when the big boys throw down. Dwight Maters, Billy Ray Valdez. I'm kind of surprised this one never happened in the amateurs, aren't you?
I definitely am. Thankfully, I met his coach / promoter of Fight World, and I brought it up to his attention. I was like, I want to fight one more time in Albuquerque. I feel like I owe it to them after a few of my performances here, that I owe it one more time here, because I kind of feel like after this next one, I won't be able to fight out here, just because hoping, after this one I get a big call or something that, I get a big opportunity come my way. So I want to give it one more last time to Albuquerque, and I was like, who can I fight? And then I figured out Billy Valdez. I've seen him on the scene. I've seen a lot of his fights, and I was like, hey, that'd actually be a good fight for us. So hopefully we get to put it down and see how it goes in Albuquerque.
So you're reading my mind. ESPN, Radio 1017, The Team. You can find me on Mike Adams 2.0 on there. I'm just bringing up, I think the winner of this main event, it's probably the last time we see them fight locally, that there's going to be a fight pass promotion in that pathway to the UFC opens up for the winner of this one.
Yeah, I mean, that's in my mind, right? Like, that's how I view this fight, that it's my shot and my opportunity to get to that next stage, to that next level. So in my mind, that's all I have focused right now, is just going in there and taking care of this business and hopefully see what's next after this. Like I said, I mean, I love fighting. I'll take any opportunity that comes my way, but I kind of want to step my game up and step up to the bigger scene now.
I know you got that hunger because you got the taste of it. You didn't get to fight there, but world traveler now, Akuma, just out in Abu Dhabi, I believe it was, to corner Dontel Mays. So what was that experience like, and how motivating is being around the big show?
Oh, it's super motivating. Shout out to Dontel for allowing me to go there and help him. It was a really big experience. It was surreal, right? It felt like I was in a dream, like being there, being in the octagon. But one thing that I realized now, I get to envision that with this fight that's coming up, I get to think of it like all the things that was on behind the scenes. I was able to just be like, okay, now this is this is where I could sit down and look at everything that's going on and then visualize it in my next fight. Imagine like that's the point, even getting to the point where being across that octagon on the other side, right? Seeing Bruce Buffer, hearing him, looking at the crowd, looking at all the lights, feeling all the energy in that stadium. It definitely helped spark a lot of motivation in me and a lot of determination. So now I feel really determined to get to that point.
August 24th, Fight World MMA 36, Revel Entertainment Center. You and Billy Ray Valdez in the main event. I see some similarities between the two of you. You've forayed both between MMA and boxing, dabbling there. You both trained in New Mexico, but then those similarities end, and I start to see similarities between him and your most recent opponents. We're going to say he's the smaller heavyweight, the faster, lighter heavyweight. Are you getting used to that part of the narrative?
Yeah, because I mean, at some point that was me, right? Like when I first got to Albuquerque, I was around 230, so I was known as the fast and skinny and smaller heavyweight, but obviously not the smallest one, but taller but lean, right? But one thing I learned in the heavyweight division is that you gotta be around 280 to walk around this division. You have to be strong. You have to gain muscle. Because when I was a small light heavyweight, I got hit by a dude that was 320 pounds and got cut to 265, and I'm like, oh, there's a huge difference from all of this. It makes no sense. It made no sense for me to want to be in that point. Like, I think the heavyweight division is kind of dumb in the aspect of it goes from 207 to 265. There's no middle ground, so it's kind of like, when I first started losing all my weight, I got really addicted to it. I'm like, oh, I look really good. Started going leaning out, wearing large shirts, extra large shirts, and I was like, oh, I feel really good. But then when I fought, like, yeah, I had the speed, but I didn't have the power. I didn't have that advantage when a full heavyweight mounted on me. I was like, oh no, there's levels to this. So I just honestly just been packing muscle, and losing weight is easy as a heavyweight, right? We just don't eat carbs for like 2 weeks, and then that's it. So it's not really much of a weight cut, but it's being smart about it. I'm not like eating junk food. I'm not drinking sodas. I'm being really smart about my nutrition, being really smart about this, being really disciplined about it. So I understand, like, everyone thinks that they go walk around at 230 and they just want to fight, but it's huge differences and a huge level to it. That's when I've incorporated my size to it.
I only think about the heart attack grill when Gabriel Iglesias comes up, or Akuma. Now, we know that's part of the story, the weight loss, the changing your life. Is it hard with that acceptance? Is there a conversation with yourself where you realize you're going back up in weight at the 280 because you've worked, like you said, so hard to get down, and getting bigger? I don't know if that's going to, be the happiest thing for you.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. At first, it was kind of a shock. I was like, wait, I'm going back to 2XLs? I just threw away all my 2XLs. Like, I never thought I was going to get to that point again. I got to, my size 36 or 38 jeans. I'm like, oh, wow, I feel really great. But I'm not in the sport to look really great, right? I'm not in the sport to look like a model or whatever, like try to look at the leanest as I can. I'm here to hurt people. And it's like, if I'm using any advantages I can, and my size is one of them, obviously. I'm 6'6".
How do you get it done? How do you find success in this main event?
With whatever opportunity comes my way, looking for a good finishing knockout, submission, whatever it is, whatever I see happens in front of me is going to go down, whether it be a knockout, submission, or just make him quit.
Everyone, we got live local MMA this coming Saturday, Revel Entertainment Center. It's FightWorld MMA 36. Dwight, thank you for the time.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.